Hello everybody and welcome back to Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition, where today we're going to do the Thane Memorial Service, and I'm already tearing up. Grief has been on a bit of a hairpin trigger for me this month. I'm not really sure why, but this is going to probably tip me over the edge, so if that makes you uncomfortable, truly, be aware. Which I don't blame you. It's, I don't know, it's either, like, it's just sometimes it's kind of odd when people just cry in public, air quotes, like on the internet. But anyway, this probably is gonna make me cry. So anyway, I'm already crying.
We are gathered here to honor the life of Thane Krios. Thane touched each of our lives in different ways. The Counselor knew him as a hero. The Normandy's crew knew him as a brother in arms. And others as a father devoted to his son. Though his life took him to very dark places, Thane cared for the better angels of our nature. He once said that he first felt love for his wife when she stepped in front of an assassin to save someone she didn't even know. And when he knew his death was close, he chose to die doing nearly the same thing. Also for someone he didn't even know. Just as he loved his wife for it, I still love him for it. And I don't think that will ever change. Would anyone else like to speak?
What I remember about Thane was his confidence. He told me once about how he remembered everything, even every mistake he made. If I did that, I'd be a nervous wreck. Thane kept it under control.
It's strange, but the last word I labeled Thane with is assassin. And we covered each other in firefights. That makes him a partner.
Thane's last stand was important, but let us also remember why Thane left the Normandy. To keep his son away from a life of crime. Deeds such as these do not go unnoticed by the universe. They echo in all who hear them. That is why I am here.
Thane took himself seriously, a trait with which I did not always agree. I tried to make him laugh on several occasions. But what I interpreted as a lack of humor was masking a great effort. Thane was turning his life around, in a way few organics do.
The day Thane came onto the Normandy, all Kelly and I knew about him was that he could probably kill us all with a ballpoint pen. But after you got to know him, there wasn't any reason to be afraid. He let you know where you stood. Kolyat, do you,
When I was little, I thought my father had it all figured out. He said men must be loyal to their friends and dangerous to their enemies. But when he prevented me from hurting someone, he had changed. He said enemies and ego are not as important as loved ones. I didn't want to hear it. I was lost. I called him a hypocrite in 1,000 different ways. Said that he was going soft. Now, I think maybe he did have it all figured out. That's all I can say. If anyone would like to continue, we'll be here.
Looks like people are starting to clear out.
Commander, thank you for holding this event. In time, it will be a good memory.
It's crazy how media just like, and you know, like it's a fictional character and everything, but like I think people are like, oh, BioWare's like the narrative game, the storytelling developers, whatever. Like, they're the ones who are story people. But I think more than that, and what I've been kind of realizing, at least more concretely as Veilguard gets closer, is that BioWare's stories aren't necessarily like their strongest point. Their strongest point is their characters, right? That's what we're here for. We're here for the characters that they make and the stories we make with those characters. And it's just crazy to feel so deeply, like, it's like, to feel so deeply for fictional characters, but like books and movies, they all do that. It's all like a cathartic experience, right? Like Aristotle, like, I think it was Aristotle, right? Did like the catharsis, like, philosophy type thing of like, at the time it was like entertainment, like the theater, the play. But it's like, and other things where like we experience these emotions because we like empathize, I guess, with characters and like with putting ourselves in other people's shoes. We see real life reflected in characters. Anyway, all this stuff is to say, like, I'm still to this day always just so impressed, I guess, with like the meaningful connections that I form even with fictional characters due to how well they're written. So, and it was just so odd seeing Kolyat stand there and seeing like reflections of his father, which just feels like a very real life thing to say about a fictional person, but like, I don't know, like, and it's good. I'm glad that the game gave us a little bit more closure for Thane, and he deserved to be remembered. And you saw the Solarian counselor was there because that was the person that Thane saved, right? So it was only right that he was there. And Bailey was involved with us in Mass Effect 2 with Kolyat and Thane, trying to save Kolyat from himself, right? And I just like that everybody had something to say about Thane that like personified little different aspects of him, so, but yeah.
I don't know if I'll be as philosophical about it. It's still kind of raw.
I understand. If you will excuse me, I should take this opportunity to speak with the counselor.
About what?
He is feeling grateful, and I want to point out there are some Solarian biologists who need funding. If anyone would be able to create a breakthrough in the treatment of Keppel syndrome, it would be them.
Interesting. I forgot about that. Yeah. And it would be Solarians that could figure it out, right? Out of anybody, out of any group. I'll still never forgive the Hanar for essentially making an indentured servant contract with the... Oh my gosh, with the Drell, and not doing enough in my mind to find a cure for Keppel syndrome.
If you need someone to hold the counselor's feet to a fire...
I appreciate the offer, but Counselor Valorn has recently orated about funding science during wartime. My odds are good. Oh, before I go, I was organizing my father's possessions, and I came upon copies of video messages he tried to send you. I sent them to your extranet address. I hope they help more than they hurt. Until we meet again, Commander.
It does seem kind of wild that there would be funding for things that aren't wartime efforts during war, but like, I don't know. I guess it's optimistic, right? It's hopeful that things will carry on after everything, but this gets to stay here. As far as I remember, the flowers and the portrait of Thane stay here. So I've been waiting for this to show up so I can, I don't know, it feels more, my house feels more complete. I kept looking over at the piano and being like, it's missing, so it is good to have him there. It always upset me that I couldn't have a picture of him in my Normandy cabin, like you can get with Caden or Ashley in the first game. And you can keep that picture in 2 as long as you don't romance somebody else. But, I was gonna read your notes, but maybe I have to close this encounter. But, and Edie's was interesting, right? It's like she tried to make him laugh. It's like, well, Edie, you're not very good at jokes also, but she recognized that, you know, I guess it was like a self-containment, like trying to turn, like when she's like turning his life around, but like he's just a very self-contained person, you know. Yeah, I think I like Tali's would be, I think, is a little gonna be a little chill. I would need something chill after this, and Tali's one of my oldest friends, so.
Hey, got any plans for the evening?
No. I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind.
Why am I hearing
You remember that line? From Fleet and Flotilla?
like arcade games?
July and Bellicus on the balcony.
I don't think I've ever seen that vid.
What? You've never? How could you not have? Well, I know what we're doing tonight.
What shall I? We can never be together. I am my duty, and you have
This song makes my heart break every time.
tonight. I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind.
And I kind of use this line sometimes. Like, it definitely pops up in my head. It's like, I'm as free as the solar dust on the wind. Like, I think about it not infrequently. So this has always stuck with me.
So you've watched this a lot, huh?
Every time my friends and I had a sleepover. Kila. So many feelings.
Yeah, it's, yeah, definitely.
When this is done, I'll send you links to extranet sites with some captioned animation.
Oh, the AMVs!
I want you to see who I truly
Not in the Citadel. Oh my gosh.
She had an infection for 3 weeks after filming this scene.
Totally worth it.
I love that, right? Like, Tali is such a romantic. And I love that, right? Like a movie that you just watch and you're like, oh my gosh, like teenage me was just like so into my feels, you know? Oh, where did it go? Usually I thought you got to keep it. Gosh dang it. I could have sworn. Maybe I'll get a mod for that. I could have sworn you got to keep it. Was there. Like a part of me thinks. I don't have like a personal like messaging thing up here, do I? You can't get in the water! I swear there's like messages I can get, and I would swear they were up here. But I guess not. Oh, they changed the coffee table and the couches up here too. I do like this look. Is this that accent wall? I don't know. Oh, the shelving changed it up here too. How nice. Do, 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 do. If I could learn any song on like an instrument, I'd probably learn that one and make myself cry all the time. I swear you can keep the Thane flowers and the portrait up there. I guess maybe if I had like left it for the end, maybe it would be, but I don't know. Would it be here? No. Also, an accent wall is very boring. Why? Why must I suffer like this? Invite Edie. Also, you know, it'd be nice to, like, after a memorial to, like, talk to some of the people who had come, you know? Oh, there's my Thane plushie over on the wall. I'm looking at him right now.
I thought we could experience an afternoon of acquiring material possessions for our associates.
So you want to get gifts for friends?
Shopping. I guess we could. Did you have a place in mind? Physical proximity is unnecessary. The extranet provides a greater variety of services while retaining entertainment value. Jeff has lent me his credit check on the condition that I enjoy myself and, quote, live it up like a girly girl.
Do I not pay you?
Huh. You don't have money of
Yeah,
your own?
what?
I am not formally employed. I have no legal standing in Citadel space. I could turn to crime, but that would look bad on a resume. We'll get you your own fun sometime, but today, what's first? I believe Jeff would be surprised and pleased if I got him a gift. What would you recommend? Start with something both of you can enjoy. What do you do together? We interact most closely when we are flying. It occurs to me that he does not have a sky car for traveling around the
Don't
city.
buy him a sky car.
The 2187 Blackout has a top speed of 650 kilometers per hour, making it the most powerful sports sky car in its class.
That you're using his.
That sounds like it'll get Joker's
You're
blood
using his
pumping.
money to buy him a gift.
5-year warranty, replacement part.
No, wait.
Yeah.
I fail to see what is wrong.
When you buy someone a present, it's best not to bankrupt.
Yeah.
You want a rental.
I see. Perhaps for a day or a weekend, then.
Who's next?
You are. Close your eyes.
Me? I get to be present during my shopping trip? Unless it's house decor. What is that?
Are we getting married?
No. There is a jeweler on the Citadel who produces these. They're made from metals from each council homeworld. Each metal compounds with the last, making the rings stronger. He calls them victory rings. Due to material shortages, only a few exist.
Oh, from each of the council homeworlds. That's really interesting.
Rare is nice. Unique is better.
Are you valuing me?
It's the thought that counts. And you had a good one.
I have heard that expression. That's why I recorded a resonance map of my quantum bit arrays when I had the idea. If you read my extensive log files and extrapolate from my nitrogen vacancy centers, you can visualize the thought precisely.
Thank you.
That's a long way for a joke, Edie.
Did I have you for a few seconds?
Not even close. Who's next?
I was thinking of something for Liara.
It would be more fun to go out shopping, I think. You know what I mean? But yes, you can get anything you want on the extranet. Are you still in my house? I'm just like looking around to see if they're still here. Glip, what?
Commander, I see you have purchased the necessary party supplies.
I did.
When you are ready, you can send invitations from your private...
Yeah, it's not a complicated endeavor to throw a party. Apparently what do you say? The party supplies were like super cheap, barely an inconvenience. Any new messages? No. Why do I not have the messages? Do I have to like go onto my ship to get the messages? That seems weird. But let's see. I have meetings. I have friendship time scheduled with so many people. I'm not even 100% sure who's where and doing what. Alas. There was, what's his name? Jacob's outside the arcade. Also, I am a little disappointed. Oh, yeah, I know you've already seen them, but Avina.
Hello, Commander Shepard. Welcome to Silver Sun
It's been
Strip.
so long.
The Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board has declared Silver Sun Strip a top Citadel attraction. It is known for its wide variety of entertainment facilities and vibrant nightlife.
That's it. Thanks.
Please speak with me again if you require further assistance.
I think she's not in
So I'm
two.
deployed to a hotspot on Bavaria. My usual squad's on medical, so I'm stuck with any N7s who are nearby. I just wanted a nice, smooth mission. You know, professional. Ended up a damn train. We're fighting for the fate of the galaxy. You'd think they could handle one mission as a coherent fighting unit.
Squad baby goat, random group.
That's crazy that she's talking to not a Baron, Vorcha. And the Vorcha's just like, yeah, it's chill. We're best pals. Also, I bet you, yeah, the N7s are probably not good at group activities. That's something we should probably address in training.
So can we expect more Elmore Shakespeare from you?
Actually, I'm mounting a production of
Okay, there we go.
with a new
Krogan, we started that conversation over.
Hey, Shepard, over here. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. What's up?
Out for a little R&R. You?
Exactly. Same
They're all
thing.
dressed in armor.
Hey, Jacob, I'm out of credits.
Who were they?
Their parents are MIA. Volunteered to take them on for the weekend, get their minds off things. What about us, Shepard? There's got to be a game of skill in there with our names on it.
So he just like handed him money?
Let's do it.
Great.
Missing in action? That's crazy. I think Jacob would be a good dad. I just think they didn't handle his character very well. Poor guy. Oh, okay, yeah.
This is your game.
Listen, I've already played this game, and I got a high score.
Now, Shepard, I'll try not to embarrass
He'll probably beat me up.
Really? Trash talk at Shattered Ezo?
Hell yeah, my pride is on the line. Also, these kids look up to me, so I have to take you down.
You're gonna take me down.
How many kids have you acquired, Jacob?
Step up, Shepard. Although it might be tough not having your squad to carry you.
You're on.
No pressure, Shepard. These people already idolize you. So when you choke, it won't
He's
matter.
so mean!
Hey, the crowd.
You're hey.
Am I? My bad.
My bad.
Stand back, everyone. Shepard needs extra room to make the match.
He's so good at the trash talking!
Ready? Let's do this.
I'm gonna get beat up.
Glad none of your friends are here to see your humiliation.
Is that all you got?
Come on, come on.
Oh, if I time the block right,
Yes.
Is that all you got?
then it doesn't hurt me. Like, it doesn't... okay, interesting.
Get out, Shepard. Feel that? That's the feeling of doom.
I think I'm clearly
Come on,
winning.
I got this.
Nice one.
Okay.
Oh, it was just one round? Okay, sick. Maybe, unless we keep going. I'm trying. I'm not just gonna, like, roll over. I just did 183 pull-ups. You know what I mean? Like, but, what was I thinking? Oh, before I would, like, hold the block and, like, the big, powerful punch would come in and it would still knock me out, but I think I blocked it a few times by timing it right, which is, maybe that was in the rules and I just didn't read it.
And that's how it's done, kids.
You couldn't just let me win just once? Come on, Shepard. Let's grab some food.
You started it with the trash talking. And I have a high score, so there. I'm super powerful. Is this in?
Have a good evening now.
I don't know where anybody else is. It's not like the game doesn't keep track of it for you, which is unfortunate. I have to like go back and read my messages. I'm just gonna wander. Wait, no, where? I don't know where I am. The Armax Arena. I don't care about that. Somebody also desperately, like, on the development team wanted to put Shakespeare in this game. And got their chance. Is it broken? Looks broken. I'm a little bummed that Garrus and I couldn't hang out more, and I mostly just played Wingman.
No hustlers at my table. Fair warning.
Suspicious device. Is this Kasumi? It is Kasumi! I knew it!
The bouncer. Urch, you take the vault. Avoid the thermal sensors. They trigger the lockdown.
She's just walking in.
Motion sensors, and that'll alert security. Verk, steal a uniform. You go in as security. Fake the arrest.
She's just yelling it out in the open.
Whoops! I seem to have the wrong casino.
Kasumi?
Take a walk, guys. I can explain.
I believe I hired you because you were the best damn thief in the galaxy.
Sweet talker.
Are you hard up for credits, or is this just to stay in practice?
People who can't get to the Citadel are having a rough time out there. This place has more money than it knows what to do with. It can help those refugees survive.
She's being so obvious!
And it's not like the owner can spend it if the Reapers win.
So you're robbing the rich to help the poor.
I'm doing what I do. Raiding Cerberus bases and infiltrating Reaper-held locations is fun. But I'm a thief. Stealing? It's who I am. Without it, By the way, are you gonna call security?
Why would I do that? I mean, some of the funds of this are supposedly going towards the war effort, but, like, I don't know. It's a casino. Like, do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, take their money. I don't care. I don't know. Most of these people are very wealthy and have, like, even despite all the problems, you know? I knew you could see Kasumi. I just couldn't remember how to find her. So that's funny. And we hadn't gotten an email from her, obviously. She's not announcing it to me. So that's funny. That I did end up meeting her. Sick. I'll have to look at a checklist and make sure I see everybody when I can get to the end of what I think I've done, and then make sure, like, I've seen Zaid and Kasumi, though, who I think, because they're DLC companions, don't necessarily have a note. They just show up. But
just don't get caught, okay?
Hey, come on. I never get caught. Come on, guys.
And she was doing help with the war effort, like...
Excuse me, is there a problem?
You know, she was doing other things, like she said, infiltrating Cerberus bases.
No problem at all.
And stuff like that, but yeah, I think, you know, eventually she'd want to go back to her roots, at least a little. Oh, sick! I'm glad I wandered around. I was like, I might just have to edit all this out, like, I don't know what's going on, you know? Like, I'm just wandering around trying to find...
Bit of everything. Surf with some humans, and one Drell who was really annoying. We'd finished off a wave and were regrouping, and this Justicar and I set off heavy biotic blasts.
Yeah, like you do.
And then the Drell just wades in and starts kicking the air for no reason.
Why the hell would he do that?
I have no idea.
That's probably because there was, like, an invisible person, and the drill was, like...
I'm betting on the Scrappy.
The drill was noticing what the others were not noticing. It was also nice to see Samara, because Samara, like, in the Thane thing, we do get to... I think we get to hang out with her at some point here.
What should we do first?
Wait for Joker. I was like, who am I waiting for? That's right. He wanted to do drinks. I figured somebody would want to do drinks.
I was here when Cerberus attacked, and I don't remember seeing you. I think I caught a glimpse of Commander Shepard fighting over by the elevator bay, though.
Well, yeah, Shepard was protecting the council, but I had my own problems to deal with.
Like breaking bones?
You see, I was down by the docking bay near CSEC headquarters.
Oh, yeah, okay, we're gonna make up something.
Ha! Commander Shepard is chasing the council! This is our chance!
Oh shit! Cerberus!
Ha ha ha! It's Joker! He can barely walk! How's he going to stop us?
I mean, he saved my ship. Like, you know. In two. But Joker in a mech would be impressive.
This is Joker.
No, please! No! I can't back you up on this one, buddy.
Oh, we were fools to underestimate Joker!
Oh, no!
Yes, you were.
Oh! Oh my goodness.
That's right. You just landed on the island of Dr. Me.
What? What?
And that's pretty much how it happened. Which is why you should comp my drinks.
Oh, yeah?
No.
I'm sure she gets that story a lot.
Oh, come on.
I barely believe what they're saying about Shepard. You?
I don't think so.
Okay, trying not to be offended there. Look, if Shepard were here...
Hey!
Shepard!
I got your back.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I'll vouch for my pilot. Jeff Moreau is a hero. Everyone in this room owes him their lives, myself included.
I'm so sorry, Commander. I had no...
I should not be doing this.
Drinks are on me, Lieutenant.
Because they gotta make money.
Thanks.
Yeah, I got too serious about that, honestly.
You can pay me back later.
I was too serious about that. I mean, it's true what I said. You know, that he saved my life and we all owe him our lives. Like, it's true. But, it's, you know, didn't necessarily play out like that. I'm stuck! No, they're gonna make me dance. I don't want to. How did I get stuck in here? How did I get stuck in here? Okay, hang on. Let's see if I dance. If I break out. Okay, enough dancing. Get out of the dancing now. F to stop mingling. Okay, whew. I just had to dance. I had to... This guy's going to town and the lady's like, please stop. Please free me from this prison. I just had to use my body to get out of that situation. I know there were people wanting to meet up in other places.
Hey, pretty nice game you got going.
Yeah, whatever. Thanks, man.
So what's your trick? That's more than 2,500 credits you got there. Gotta be a trick to it.
A trick.
No tricks. Just lucky.
Nah, nobody gets that lucky. Come on.
Like I said, just a good run.
It looks like it's breaking every time. But I think that's just like, woo, fireworks, you know? Oh, wait, let's go up here.
The legend of his rule echoes across Citadel space and beyond.
The Patriarch?
Could you possibly not know?
I don't know, maybe because he's not ruling now.
That is a meaningless detail. Patriarch
You're a long-lived species. You should know better.
I tried to let loose with a concussive shot, but I'm covered in those bees, the swarmers. Everything's overloaded. And then this huge bionic explosion rips through the scion and saves my ass. Sorry? Volus.
Oh, it was the guy, probably the little Volus guy, who was like thought he was a god in 2. Oh, that's so funny. I don't think I had anybody else in.
Thanks so much for doing this now. I know you're off duty.
No problem. You're out there risking your life on the front lines. Least I can do is expedite your procurement request. So, let's see. Here we go. Rizzy Susan, N7 Biotic Specialist, graduate of Specialized Fury Training in Rio de Janeiro.
Yes, that's me. I've been waiting for some upgrades. This could really be a lifesaver.
That's what Alliance Procurement is here for.
Nerd. Anyway, that might be like, I don't know, from like the extraneous material, but I don't remember it. I need to go check my mail and see what I'm missing. The problem is the mail doesn't really sort itself into like recent mail. It just like sorts itself like arbitrarily. I don't know. Well, good. Okay, so I just had to like leave and come back, and then I get my messages that I'm looking for. That's okay. Last time I did spread, like when I played this before, I usually spread out. If this is a Thane message, I spread them out. There's 3, I think. But, Commander Shepard, your present has been requested concerning an incident involving a Krogan identified as Grunt, my son. Please report to the CSEC officer on patrol on the Silver Sun Strip for additional details. My son is getting in trouble and I have to go bail him out of jail. Ball Goodwill Games. The Seattle Sorcerers are taking on the Usaro Maestros in Ball game. Should be epic. Oh, from Steve. You recently acquired an apartment with a sweet vid screen. Coincidence? James and I don't think so. You provide the couch and we'll provide the refreshments. Just let us know. That's so funny. Coincidence? Caden! We need to go see Caden. You know what you need, Shepard? You need a night where you can just hang out and try to be normal for a few hours. Let's get something to eat. After that, we could go down to the strip or whatever you want. Let me know. He still makes my heart ache a tiny, tiny bit, honestly. Like, I got frustrated with him, but I liked Caden for a reason, as I've said. And, like, there's always going to be a little part of me that has a soft spot for him, you know? And he's a good man, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, out of everybody, too... Like, I mean, Garrus has stuck with me through thick and thin, and Caden did, like, go his own way for a bit and, like, have an issue with me, but, like, Caden probably understands me second best, maybe, after Garrus, despite everything. How are you? From Samara! Yeah, okay, good. I was like, where's Samara? I need to hang out with her. Shepard, I heard did another news report about you today, and I thought to write to see how you're doing. I'm currently in the Citadel, so if there's any way I can be of assistance to you, please don't hesitate to call. Rain check. Thanks for sticking around to watch me go head-to-head with Souza from Trainer. Sorry again for messing up our lunch plans. Love to get a rain check. Let me know whenever you're free, and I'll come by. Where are my messages from Thane? Oh my gosh. I'll have to look that up or something. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. So thank you all so much for joining me. We also have something for Morden. I just remembered that too. So I'll have to be coming in and out, I guess. I don't know. But unless I've messed everything up by leaving it for the end and not having any missions to go on to, like, forward anything in the DLC, but I don't think that's the case, so. I luckily looked this up because I didn't know where the video files were that Thane sent, and I knew, you guys remember, I went up top because I was like, I swear there's a way to listen to message files up there. You get message files from Thane and you get them from Morden. And I was like, where, like, I don't remember what it is. Apparently it's the TV, and the TV up there has the actual video files, which makes sense now, right? Like, it's like, oh yeah, video files. But, I went up to try to see if they were there. They were not. Like, there's supposed to be a button prompt up there where you can play the files, and they were gone. And I was like, oh, great. So I had to reload. I actually had to reload. I just like, speed did James and Miranda really quick, and Cortez, like, flying around. I did not do I'm so upset because on this file I won't have done the James Vega, like, pull-up contest because that was too long, and I'm so upset. And I try to save, like, at the beginning of at the end of every episode, and sometimes I forget, and it would have been so perfect because I would have saved right before the memorial service, right? And I checked all my saves, and I apparently did not save before the memorial service because that was the first thing on the last episode that I did, was the memorial service. Apparently there's a pop-up, and I didn't see this before, but it's not here anymore. It was there briefly, where it was like video files, and it had like the like icon, like, showing up over there. I had like a little arrow, and it was like bing up there to watch the video files. And so yeah, apparently I missed that. In order to get back, I had to go back like an hour and a half, something like that. But I am speeding through all the interactions with people. Oh, alas, you guys, I'm actually so upset about that, but this is more important to me than anything else, is seeing these videos. So, here we go. I'm gonna record this bit, and then I don't know, I'll slap it on with something else, because I haven't done all the other things that I did that you guys have already seen, and I have to redo all of it for the DLC. I also tried looking up a mod to see if you can keep the flowers and the Thane memorial picture, and maybe they'll stay if I do the videos. I'm not sure, but there's apparently no way that I could find to keep those, which is a little odd. But I swear in the original game they just stayed. Maybe with the video files, we'll see. But anyway, so now I'm going to potentially cry again. So here's your crying warning again. Not only am I crying because I have to redo like an hour and a half worth of stuff, but I'm crying because my true love in the video game. You know, I'm going to go get, you can't see him. Maybe I'll put up a picture of him, but I do have the Thane plushie in my room currently that I got. Well, I got it for Christmas last year. My family got it for me. But he's right next to the Solus plushie. And I put them on my headboard above the bed that I use when I'm at my sister's place. But now I have the Thane plushie, and I'm gonna cry. It's fine. Start playing. Why does it have to look like the devil's possessed my TV?
See her. And in retrospect, I think leaving the Normandy was for the best. It was saddening to see our crew go their separate ways. But it is better than answering questions in an Alliance interrogation room. I hope this message finds you well. As for me, I have moved into an apartment on the Citadel not far from Kolyat. I think the first attack I had frightened him. Perhaps I shouldn't have said that. I don't want you to worry or feel guilty that you are not with me. Just face it bravely. I know you are good at that. I love you. I hope the Alliance listens. Keep in touch.
So cruel that they wouldn't let these messages go through. And I think it like, as much as I wish Thane could have stayed with Shepard, right? It makes sense, like, his son, he needed to be with his son, right? And it's like, one of the reasons I maybe like his character so much is that he has so much life before this, right? Like, he had a wife that he loved. He had a whole life where, like, he did, you know, he was like, he felt like an empty tool, but like a, you know, just like kind of coasting through life. Met his wife, had a son, like, you know, like, had this whole life that he wanted, and then it fell apart, and he went through all of that, and like, we see him now coming to terms with everything and trying to fix things before he dies, and like, it's just like, and maybe it's extra heartbreaking because there's like a part of his life that you can't be a part of, you know, but like, I think that's what makes him a really great character, is that he had a whole life, and that you get to see him, you get to see the culmination of his life, you know what I mean? Like, you're there at the end.
Shepard, if you sent a message back, I didn't get it. I suppose communications from someone of my reputation would be restricted. The irony is, I am a danger to no one these days. I am even paying taxes on my investments. I can't expect Kolyat to do so if I don't. He is doing better. He has no significant other, and he is temperamental. But he is employed and staying out of crime. I can tell he is serious about changing. It has cost him more than a few friends. Send something back if you can, Shepard. I can only learn so much from news reports about you. I have tried a false identity to try to get this message through to you. We'll see if it works. I have good news and bad. The good news is that Kolyat and I took a few days to visit
This
Earth.
breaks my heart.
Light the shade of her eyes. Shrill sound of chirping stops. I scan the ground. See two tiny bodies locked by claws.
Excuse me. As I was saying, we saw a beautiful sunset in New Mexico, and a scorpion eating a cricket. I wish you could have joined us. The bad news is, I fainted and struck my head. Kolyat has convinced me to stay at Huerta Memorial on the Citadel. I will be there from now on. I still don't want to die in a hospital, but it's where the doctors are. And Kolyat. I love him. That means I must trust him. Goodbye, Shepard. Let me say that now, in case I cannot later.
So unfair. He finally got to see the desert, right? That's what he wanted to see. We had talked about that in Mass Effect 2, like Shepard and Thane had. And to be like, he was so close, like, 'cause she was on Earth, right? And to not be able to be with him, to not fulfill those travel plans that we kind of had, you know, where we were like trying to plan, I don't know, like not even like a full life after things. It was just like a way for us to like try to see beyond the mission at least a little bit, even if we felt like maybe we were just pretending, and it was like, oh, someday I want to go see this, you know, like he wanted to see the desert, and I wanted so badly to go with him, and it's like the extra bittersweet part that you couldn't get to go with him, that we didn't get to do anything that we had wanted to, you know, after the suicide mission, and like you were watching this now, and he's saying he's having problems, and you can't do anything about it, right, because he's already gone, and it's like this weird, like, you know, you're like, he looked, I don't know, like a weird time, like temporal thing where it's like I can't change any of this despite me desperately wanting to help him in this situation. You can't go back in time and you can't change the way things are now, you know?
Sia, I have prepared emails, sent videos, even composed paper letters. I know this will not reach you, but it must be said. I once had no reason to live. Then suddenly, I had two. You and Kolyat. Circumstances keep us apart, so Kolyat takes much of my time, but I don't know if it's obvious to humans.
Fist slams the table. She comes to me, fingers cool and soothing. Thane, be alive with me tonight.
I cannot forget you. That is what humans say. With us, it is a state called Tufira. Lost in another, it can consume us. In case you are in the same pain, I want to say, you have only made my life better. You gave me you, Kolyat. Even the Omega-4 relay made me feel purposeful. We are alive, Sia. And when we are not, I will meet you across the sea.
I think this is one of the only times that you see Shepard cry, also. And I just, again, I really like that. It's like a subtle detail, like Shepard can't, like, you know, the way the game is, right? You can't, like, express, like, a full range of emotions necessarily, and the fact that he does know that she has to face it bravely, and that it's kind of unfair that she has to, that she doesn't get a chance necessarily to, I don't know, be anything but what she is, which is constantly moving forward, you know, and that he was thinking of her so much too, like, even when she couldn't get back to him, that, like, you know, it means a lot, right? That, like, and I would assume that her thoughts would have gone to him a lot while she was stuck in there and didn't know that he couldn't contact her or something, or maybe she did know that, like, all messages were being screened or something, but, like, the fact that he was trying so hard to get a hold of her before he died means a lot. And I don't know, it's just extra, that part just, it tears me apart that, like, they couldn't even communicate for, like, 6 months after this, like, learning to feel alive with one another once again, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm being all philosophical or mopey about it. Not philosophical, but mopey about it. But, oh, I sobbed when I first watched these. Sobbed and sobbed. And that line is pivotal. I will meet, when we are not, I will meet you across the seas. Definitely a thought that by the end, Shepard is very tired in my mind. I'm sure most of you who have played will know, but, like, just the slog to the end is brutal and gruesome. Like, not in, like, a game development way, like a story narrative way. Like, you see what happens and you're like, and then she's just at the end and she just keeps going. And I think when it all fades to white, right? It's the thought she has, right? That she will meet him across the sea and she can finally rest. So, that was... I hope this stays. I don't know. I wish I was smart and mod savvy and could make mods, and I would just pull these assets out and just stick them there forever. You know what I mean? Like, but seeing him again was nice. It was good to see. It was good to see Thane again. In those brief moments when he has those flashbacks, you see him even more, like, in real, like, time. You know what I mean? It is funny, he's like, a sunset, the color of her eyes, and her eyes are bright green. I'm like, oh, what happened to New Mexico? Was that a radioactive skyline? But it's almost like, because he says that about Erica, right? Like his wife, that there was sunset-colored eyes. So I'm never sure if he actually means Erica or me, right? And that's kind of an odd position to be in, I guess, right? Where you're like second, what is it? Not second wing, second place, kind of, I guess, right? Where it's like, in the whatever afterlife thing is happening, if she meets him across the sea, it would have to be one of those things where, like, you gotta share him. I don't know. It's odd, right? Because he obviously loved Erica very, very much, and I would never do anything to, like, dead or alive. I don't know. I'd never do anything to mess with that. But it's like one of those things too, where it's like, you know, that he had that part of his life, and then she was Shepard was a part of his later life, right? The man he was later, after everything. And so I think there's something to that, right? Where it's like, and maybe this is just me being like not self-fulfilling, but like self-aggrandizing. But I would like to think that Erica would be like, you know, thank you for taking care of him while I couldn't, you know, type thing. So anyway, maybe that's just weird, but I'm gonna go ahead and, I don't know, this is, like I said, a weird recording. I have to redo all the other things now, and I've waxed on far too much about Thane over the last many Mass Effect videos I've done, and I can never quite get my thoughts out the way I want to anyway. I'm sure people just think it's a little odd that I'm so attached to a fictional character, but I think most people watching this get it, you know? You guys get it. So, thank you so much for being with me on this, and I'm hopefully will slap this in some episode somewhere. I don't really know. So, we'll see how this goes. I want to say thank you to all my patrons, starting out with my Acorn tier patrons. Thank you so much, Thane, for your support, and thank you so much, Leo, for your support. If I say that wrong, I'm so sorry. I want to give an extra special shout out to my Sapling tier patrons. Thank you so much, Reese Galito, for your support. I very much appreciate it, and I still appreciate the blanket. Thank you. And I really want to say thank you to my other supporter, Sebastian James, my old friend. Thank you so much for your support. I very much appreciate you as well. And I want to give an extra special shout out to my Forest tier patrons who have gone above and beyond in their support of me in the channel and who I truly cannot thank enough. So thank you so much, Christopher, as always, for your support. I treasure it a lot. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Nightshade, for joining the crew up there in the forest. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. So thank you all again for joining me and for being on Patreon and watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.